Going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Tuesday night, a little after 8:30. And baby, I am ready for training camp. I don't know about you, but I need some Eagles in my life. I know some people, just training camp. I need it all. I want to see the nitty gritty. I want to see the young guys battling it out. Very excited still about the future of this team. So getting ready for training camp, and I'm getting ready for my vacation coming up. So tomorrow I'm going to do the offensive line. Then we're going to have a little break, and then I'll be back with the defense right before training camp begins. We will go through all of those positions. But I appreciate you guys tuning in throughout this series so far. It has been enjoyable with you guys. So if you have any questions, any comments you want to throw my way, please feel free to do so. But tonight we are getting into the tight ends. That's right, the last skill position on offense. And I'm pretty damn excited about this offense. So let's go, baby. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about these tight ends. Put a little quick reel together to show you of our tight end one, just to get you hyped up and ready to rock. You love to see it. I don't know about you, but I am getting amped up. I wish that was a longer video, but try to make these quick just so you guys can get a little amped up. And what is going on, my man Randall? I appreciate you tuning in. Anybody else who's taking the time tonight, appreciate all of you guys. Let me hear your thoughts. But we're getting into tight ends tonight, so let's take a gander at who we have at the tight end position here on the Philadelphia Eagles. So we know the number one. No more Zach Ertz here. Best of luck to him. Always love that guy. But Dallas Goedert, this is your team going into this all-season tight end one. We know this guy can do it all. He's been improving in all areas, and you love to see it. 6'5", 256. I think this fifth year of his is about to be his breakout year where he shows he is one of the elite tight ends in the league. Now, where do you fill in beyond him? You've got some talented guys with some different skill sets. So we've talked about Jack Stoll since last year with that skill set of his, playing that H-back role. Talk about a guy like Grant Calcaterra brought in this year, that F-type tight end. And you got old Richard Rodgers, Noah Togiai, Tyree Jackson. We'll see if he can get back from that injury. But J.J. Arcega-Whiteside also listed here. We know he is converting from wide receiver to tight end. See if he can get the job done there. Ha! I doubt it. But we're going to talk about that. But you see, here is the list of the full group of tight ends that we will be seeing this training camp. There are their numbers in the top left, just so you know who you're looking at. I know a lot of people don't know what's going on. Like to try to keep you in the loop so you know who is on your team. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. What is going on? My man Jay in the building, and we've got Nina in the building. Jay, Nina, appreciate you guys taking the time as well. Hope you're all having yourselves a great night. We're keeping this positional breakdown series going, getting ready for training camp, getting amped up, talking to my guys that are close to these guys, and I'm going to tell you what, they're a little more excited than we are, and that's saying something. So we've been talking since last year. Let's get amped up for this year. Here it comes, baby. We're going to see how they can, how quickly they can gel together. A lot of new pieces on defense. The offense, we added a star-studded wide receiver, so shouldn't be too hard to implement that in there. But keep running the ball, doing your thing. So we need some tight ends to help it out, right? And with those great receivers, the number one rushing attack, and of course, the number one offensive line in the league, things are going to open up for the tight ends. So really hoping that Dallas Goedert has himself a year. I do believe he will. I really think he's going to come out and just show out. He can do it all, man. You can line him up. He is a Y-type tight end, but he can line up as that F-type. You can use him all over the place. Love me some Dallas Goedert. So very excited about him. But when you talk about the guys on the what the hell? Apparently this wants to jump a thing, but we're not doing that. On the bubble here, we've got some guys that I really feel, look, Tyree Jackson, I was more than excited about last year. So, appreciate you, my man, Randall. Glad that you enjoy the graphics. Truly appreciate you, my man. Thank you. But we're talking about, the guys on the bubble here. And I think for me, Tyree Jackson, only reason I have him on the bubble is for the guys that aren't going to be on the roster once, that initial 53-man roster is let out. So I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. But let's first take a gander at who the guys are. So In Goddard We Trust. Yes. And if you caught that song, it is by Unto Others, and it is called When Will God's Work Be Done? So, whatever music I use, I always try to make it a play on the words or players or whatever's going on. So I know not every music is for everyone that I use, but I try to mix it up with everything. So now let's keep this rolling here. Let's talk about the guys on the bubble. And, you saw these four right here on that other list. Now, the three that are not listed are Dallas Goedert, obviously. This means for me, Jack Stoll playing that H-back role, his versatility there, being able to do that, I think really helps him out. I'm not talking about a fullback, talking about that H-back. He's not an inline blocker, but he can block. He can do a lot of things. Love his hands. I love what he really stepped it up as a rookie. And we talked about him as an undrafted free agent with that damn mullet he had, but he really was exciting. So it's awesome to see that. And I think Grant Calcaterra, with his concussion history, that's why he fell to us. And I really think that dude is talented. So I think those three are making this team. The battle comes down to these four. And it's really not even a battle for Tyree Jackson, because I think this dude can really just keep improving. He was a quarterback at Buffalo University. Then he was on the Buffalo Bills practice squad. He's moved around the last couple of years, but we are really, I think we have a little gem here. We are lucky to have him. And I think that Tyree Jackson, when healthy, he's going to really show out. But the question is, when will he be healthy? So in my opinion, he just, probably is going to start on the PUP list. So not going to be much competition for him. Richard Rodgers brings you that veteran presence. Arcega-Whiteside trying to convert, as we talked about. And then Noah Togiai, who we got back from the Colts. And, these guys that don't make this initial 53 are definitely candidates to make, the practice squad. But someone like Noah Togiai already taken a year before. You don't know if you want to chance that again. I'm not sure exactly what the Eagles want to do there, but in my opinion, those are the guys that are on the bubble. And the guy listed right here, Tyree Jackson, I think for me, this dude, yeah, I'm glad you like that. I think he's super talented, and you got to keep finding out what you have in him, allow him to keep growing. Yeah, 6'7". I mean, the dude's a beast. And I really think, last year we talked about the same thing, and then he ends up getting hurt in I think it was a Steelers preseason game. They hit him in the back, whatever it was. But then he dealt with a knee injury at the end of last year. So it just sucks. But what doesn't suck is you've got a crowded tight end room with a lot of young talent that I like. So it allows somebody else to have a chance. So you can start him on the PUP list in the first 6 weeks. He will not count against the roster, but once that's up, then you're going to have to figure out what you want to do with him. But I think you cannot let that kid go. So I think he will be on the PUP list. We shall see. But I don't know if he'll be ready for preseason. I doubt it. I think he might miss a bunch of the beginning of the season, as I just mentioned. So we'll see, man. I'm no doctor, and I don't know. I haven't heard yet just exactly how it is, but we'll find out. And especially when you're first doing that initial 53, they can definitely get snagged from you. So we talk about that each year, what the difference is when you let them go. Certain guys, if they have not had 3 accrued seasons, they will be considered not what is it called? Vet, whatever. But they do not actually have to clear waivers. Whereas guys under those 3 years, they will have to clear waivers. So there's stuff that changes in the offseason. But when we get to a point, he will count. If he's on the PUP list, he'll count against the 90-man roster, but that's not a big deal. Whatever, he's worth it. But once you get to that 53, you can put him on that PUP list. He will not count against it. So it's good and gravy. Now, if you release someone like a Noah Togiai, you got to wait. I think it's like you got to wait the next day, after the next day, and then it's 4:00 because you have to allow other teams to put waivers in on those players. So we'll see. I know that they changed some rules and stuff, but I'll keep you guys in tune with that when that gets closer. But I mean, there's a lot of talent here, and that's exciting, so we'll see. Jacksonville. Yep, that's what I was just saying, Jay. So Jay agrees. And look, I just feel that that's just a smart move. You want to keep him on there. So for me, we've talked about Jack Stoll having dude. Okay, so he plays that H-back role. You've got Calcaterra playing that F-type role, and then you have Dallas Goedert, who can play the Y-type tight end. So you have 3 versatile tight ends. You talk about the versatility at wide receivers, offensive linemen. We've talked about this for the whole team, on defense, on offense. That is the name of the game. And it's not just the Eagles, the offense, or defense on any team is, evolving. So I really think that we're just ahead of the game. We've got some young coaches that know what's going on, and I'm really excited about it. So this is how I see the initial 53-man roster. These are the guys I think that will be on this roster. So you've got Goddard, Calcaterra, Stoll, and then you see here on the PUP list, Tyree Jackson. So You've got someone like Arcega-Whiteside. I know a lot of people love him. Not sure why. He has not done anything. And it actually would save you like $1 million in cash space. Whereas, we talked about Rager yesterday where that would hurt you. This would not hurt you. So I don't really, unless he balls out and figures it out. But one thing I talked about was, with Mr. Arcega-Whiteside, he cannot play the Y type tight end. He's not taking on edge rushers, defensive ends, none of that stuff, dude. So he's that F type tight end, the guy that, Calcaterra, he's not beating out Calcaterra in my mind. So yeah, that's how I have it, ladies and gentlemen. And I told you, I did the whole 53 because I had to be able to make the graphics for each one. I was like, son of a bitch. Now I have to figure out how many I have at each position. So there you see it. I got 3. Tyree Jackson will not count against us. But one thing you have to keep in mind is, someone like Richard Rodgers, I think, I think that he really is, always dependable, a great veteran to have around. But also, if you feel one of these guys isn't ready and you want to bring him on, one of those moves the Eagles like to pull where they don't want to spend the money. So they don't have the guy on the roster week 1, and then they just bring him back after week 2. And then that money, it only like 25% of their contract is guaranteed. Whereas if they're on the roster week 1, it's like that whole contract they're given is, and it's a small contract, but it's 100% guaranteed. So, Howie, man, he's always looking at the money. So that's a move that would make sense to me. Just throwing that out there. But one last time, here is the projected depth chart for you. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is your projected depth chart and your positional breakdown for the tight end. So let me know your thoughts down below. How do you see this tight end battle going down? I would love to hear your thoughts, whether you're watching this now, later, whatever it is. I mean, when on the practice squad, you can get taken via waiver. Do you have to be traded or pick a player to be moved? Hold on a sec. When on the practice squad, you can get taken via waiver, or do you have to be traded for a pick? No, you don't have to be traded or player to be moved from the No, anybody can be taken from a practice squad, but every year we talk about how there's practice squad protections ever since, we had the whole COVID thing. So we break that down every week, the 4 players that we protect. One week we did it where it was only 3 players, but you protect them. No one can take them off your roster. But if they're not on that protected list and they can only be placed on that a couple times, then someone can just take them off of your roster. So, but the one thing is they can't go from your practice squad to another team's practice squad. That team has to add them to their active roster. So they would have to release someone, or maybe someone got hurt, so they have to place someone on IR. They place someone on IR, and then they just sign someone off of someone else's practice squad, and they didn't have to release anyone, but they opened up a spot by placing someone on IR. So I hope that cleared things up for you. Whatever questions you have, though, man, you can always reach out if you have anything else, if I didn't make that clear enough. But good question, man. Good question. Yo, what is going on? We got Positive Philly Productions in the building. What is going on? Hope you're having a great night. What's the best social media to hit you up when I have you on my show? You can usually try me. I always say the best one is on Twitter, but man, I turned off notifications, and I always like to tell myself I check. But I end up like either checking, getting a bunch of messages, not checking all of them, get back to some people. Dude, I'm horrible at it. But I would say try on Twitter, man. And when people, once we start talking stuff, I always try to give my number out to people so they can actually just reach me, because I do not mind at all. I want you to, and I say that every show, guys. I want you to reach out to me. It is not that it is a hindrance, but I have notifications on for like every important, sports person. So my phone dies like in 10 minutes because my phone just never stops. So, but reach out on Twitter. I'll definitely go check if you are, interested in talking about that. I'd definitely love to talk to you, man. So hit me up on there. Understand now? All right, cool, man. And look, I break that stuff down too. So definitely tune in during the season. We'll be breaking down who's on the practice squad, and someone asked about that yesterday. And I said, I know some people don't care about that stuff, but I like to break down everything. I want to keep you guys in the loop with every single thing that is happening. So always trying to, whatever you could ever have a question for, I try to have that answer. So hope that was good for you, Randall, and love the question, man. Would you be down for that? Yes, I would, man. Just reach out to me, man. Definitely. But as I said earlier, I'm going on vacation here coming up in a couple of days. So I will definitely figure out a day when I get back, and we'll definitely work something out, my man. Sounds good. I will definitely look out for it. But that was all I got for you, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get rolling out here. I got a couple days left before vacation, so I'm going to get packing up tomorrow. I'll be back. We'll be doing the offensive line. And as I said, it's going to be like a week break. Then I'll be back. We'll do the defense right before training camp. I got all the days set out where we'll have it just before training camp starts. So we'll go through everybody. But as I said, I got a couple days left here. So we're going to get the offensive line, and maybe I'll do the special teams too before I leave. And then If anything breaking happens, I'll either, if I'm home, I'll still do it. Or if I'm on the road, I'll get you guys no matter where I'm at. I'll keep you in the loop. But if not, this series will continue tomorrow and then the defense next week. So I appreciate all of you taking the time tonight. Dude, Randall, you're the man. Appreciate you. And I appreciate you just asking. Don't be afraid to ask questions. There's a lot of things that people don't understand. This took a lot of time for me to learn all these things. My obsession with football, it goes back, 30 plus years, man. So I just like to know everything and that's what this show is for, just so we can all converse and we can all love our birds and understand what the hell's going on, because the media is going to steer you in the wrong direction. So I try to counteract that to the best of my abilities. And if there's ever anything you guys feel I'm missing, you guys would enjoy, let me know, man. I want this to be a great experience for you guys to tune in, have yourselves a good time, whether you're catching it live, whether you're watching it later. I hope you get some kind of information out of it. And if you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, do that. Turn that notification bell on. Join us next time when we're talking live, man, because I love talking to all of you guys. Truly appreciate you. My man Marcus joining in right at the end. Appreciate you tuning in, man, but I'm rolling out. If you watch this, do me a favor, comment below. I'd love to talk some birds with you, but got a few things. I got to go to Walmart, grab a couple things. Dude, I just trying to get this all ready. So when we leave for the beach, it's just all there. And I'm not, oh yeah, I forgot because I suck. But I'm sure that'll happen anyway. My man, deuces later, brother. Hope you have yourself a great night. Peace out, my man Randall. Peace out to you. Look, Marcus, I appreciate you tuning in. Don't want to cut you off, but I am rolling out. These days have been crunched together, trying to get this content to you guys. But as I said, man, that's hilarious, Jiminy Crickets. But dude, if you guys need anything, seriously, please reach out to me. As I had said, to Positive Philly, reach out on Twitter, whatever it is. But you guys, I always happily give out my phone number. Love to talk to you guys. You're ever going through anything, or you just want to talk birds, man. Always down to make family members, because that's what you guys are. I truly appreciate you. Hope you guys have a great night. But that's all I have for you tonight. I'm Jimmy Smith. We're on the road to victory. Stay safe out there. And as always, go birds!